Yes, welcome back. We can continue. See, on the basis of above all explanation, now we can see one example. See, all of you please look at the monitor. See, this is the balance sheet of A and B as on 31st December 2013. You can see the liabilities are there and assets are there. So there are two partners and their profit sharing ratio is not given. That means we are dividing the profit and loss equally. That is as per our partnership deed. So you can see that liability side, sundry creditor is there and bills payable is there, Mrs. A's loan is there and Mrs. B's loan is there, general reserve is there, investment and fluctuation fund is there, and A's capital and B's capital is there. You can see A and B are partners, but Mrs. A and Mrs. B, they are not partners, they are outside partners. And you look at the asset side, cash in hand, cash at bank and stock in trade and investment, debtors, less provision, building and goodwill and advertisement suspense. Here, on the basis of my above explanation, you can understand almost all items are here. Even exceptional items are there, like a provision for debtors and advertisement suspense and Mrs. A's loan, Mrs. B's loan. So investment and fluctuation fund, these are the exceptional items. Now listen, on the basis of my above explanation, so we can see that all the assets, first of all, we are transferring to the realization account. And also, first of all, we are closing the balance sheet items, and afterwards we are looking to the adjustments. The first point is, so except cash in hand, cash at bank and provision, the advertisement suspense and all assets, we are transferring to the realization account by passing a journal entry is realization account debtor to various asset account. And the second point is, we are transferring all liabilities except general reserve, investment and fluctuation fund and capital account, A's capital and B's capital, we are transferring to various liabilities account, including provision for bad and doubtful debts. So entry will be various liabilities account debtor to realization accounts. Once again, first we are transferring all asset by passing a journal entry, that is realization account debtor to various asset. That second journal entry is various liabilities account debtor to realization account. So after passing these two entries, you look at the adjustment. So adjustment number one is, A promised to pay Mrs. A's loan and took away the stock at the value of book value of 8,000. That means one of the partner, A is one of the partner, he is undertaking or he is ready to pay his wife's loan. So then also simultaneously he is undertaking the firm's asset also. Here two adjustments are given there. First of all, he is paying firm's liability. So journal entry is realization account debtor to A's capital. So that means Mrs. A's loan is paid by Mr. A. And the second point is, the concerned partner is taking firm's asset. So journal entry is A's capital account debtor to realization account. And the second point, you can see B took away half of the investment at 10% discount. You know that B is also a partner, and out of the investment half of the amount is taken by B. So journal entry is B's capital account debtor to realization account. Then afterwards you can see, now adjustment number 3, the debtors realized, this debtors book value is there 20,000, maybe when I am realizing outside and I am getting 19,000. So journal entry is cash account debtor to realization account. Then you can see, now we got money by realizing the assets and also some other assets we are selling. You can see the adjustment number 5. The other assets are realized, the building as well as plant and the goodwill, and the remaining assets we are selling and we are getting the money. So cash account debtor to realization account. Now we got enough money, and that money we are utilizing for the payment of liabilities like sundry creditors and bills payable. So once we are getting the money, that money we are utilizing for the payment of outside liabilities like sundry creditors and bills payable accounts. So you know the entry is realization account debtor to cash account. Then here one adjustment is there, creditors and bills payable are paid on average basis of 1 month, but after 31st December, but they are paying immediately. You take the total of the sundry creditors and bill payable, and that amount multiply with the percentage into 1 by 12. So we will get a discount, then after minusing that discount we are paying off the liabilities. So these are the adjustments connected with this particular problem. So all of you please look at the monitor, see the answer is given there. So first what I said, all assets are transferred to realization account. You can see that all asset, first one is stock in trade, investment, debtors and plant and building and goodwill. We are transferring to the asset side by passing a journal entries, realization account debtor to various assets account. Then afterwards we are transferring all liabilities including provision for bad and doubtful debts, that is we are transferring journal entries, various liabilities account debtor to realization account by provision for doubtful debts, by sundry creditors, by bills payable, by Mrs. A's loan, by Mrs. B, so bills payable. And another adjustment is it is paid by other partners, then by Mrs. A's loan and by Mrs. B's loan is paid by someone else. So that means so just look at the previous adjustment. So it is paid by whom? A promised to pay off Mrs. A's loan account. So journal entry is realization account debtor to A's capital accounts. Then here one more exceptional entries are there, that is you can see advertisement expense. The advertisement expense will go to partners capital account debit side, and investment fluctuation fund we are transferring to realization account, and afterwards no further adjustments. And general reserve we are transferring to partners capital accounts. Then now you can see that. So here one more confusion is there, what about goodwill? You know that many students are asking to me, so what about the goodwill adjustment in the case of dissolution of firm? So in the case of an admission and in the case of retirement and death, the goodwill treatment is entirely different. But here only in the case of dissolution of firm, the goodwill treatment is just like other assets. Just like other assets, how we are transferring to various assets. So other assets, so like that we are transferring all assets to the realization account, like that goodwill also we are transferring to the realization account. Then after entering all entries, we are taking the difference between credit total and debit total. So in this problem you can see that, so the credit side is more than the debit side, so we are getting a profit is something 32,490, and that profit is divided by the partners equally. Then again, why equally? Because you know that the absence of agreement, so the partners, the profit should be divided by the partners equally. That is as per section 2 of the Partnership Act 1932. So here, so this profit we are dividing among the partners equally. Then look at next monitor, see. So what about partners capital account? We can see all items of the balance sheet we are not transferring to realization account. Only some items we are transferring to realization account. Now we look at the next part, that is what is called partners capital account. The partners capital account, you can see credit side. So first we are transferring their opening balances, then second point we are transferring all general reserve, and the next one we can see that according to the journal entries we are passing the entries like if the partner is taking any assets, so that concerned partner's capital account we are debiting, and if the partner is paying any other liabilities, the concerned partner's capital account we are crediting, and the realization profit we are crediting to the partner's capital account, and advertisement suspense we are debiting to the partner's capital account, and general reserve we are crediting to the partner's capital account. After entering all these items, now we can see the position of partners capital accounts. After entering all these items, we can understand the position of partners capital account. Now we can see that the partners capital account is showing a credit balance, and this credit balance is transferred to the partner bank account or a cash account. So now in this particular problem we are getting a credit balance, and that balance we are transferring to the bank account credit side. And if I am getting a debit side balance, the partner's capital account is showing a debit balance, so we are transferring to the cash account by passing a journal entry is cash account debtor So we are passing to the partners capital account, that is cash account debtor to partners capital account. So that now here I am getting a credit balance, and that credit balance we are transferring to bank account credit side. So now the last part of this problem, look at the bank accounts. You know that we are not preparing a balance sheet again, because under dissolution we are not preparing balance sheet. Instead we are preparing a cash or a bank account. Bank account is always starting with opening balance. We can see that the balance sheet, cash in hand or cash at bank is there. So cash in hand we are depositing to the bank account. So first balance we are taking, that is what is called to balance brought down. You can see that 8,000, and from balance sheet cash in hand is there. That cash in hand we are depositing to the bank. You can see to cash 500 is there. Then afterwards all receipts we are putting in the debit side, means when we are selling the assets what amount we are getting, so that amount is known as cash account debtor to realization account. So that we are posting to the debit side of cash account. You can see the assets realized amount is 98,500 we are getting. This is the receipt side and this is the payment side. And afterwards, and here our conclusion is this bank account should tally. Bank account should tally. Okay, now listen, we are already studied, we are getting a you are getting a brief description about this particular chapter. So this is the time for winding up. So you know that next week again, so I will come this particular platform. This platform is very good for you, not only for you but also for all teachers and all viewers and all subject experts. This is very important for us. So once again I am giving my thanks to all viewers, and thank you very much.